Hello everyone and welcome to our webinar with SPJ London School of Management. My name is Nelly and I'll be the moderator today on behalf of the UniMy team. I'm here with Natasha Trivedi, who is representing SPJ, and in the first part of the event she will share more about the MBA program. In the second part you will hear from current students who will share their experience studying in London. Before starting, I want to tell everyone who is listening, you can ask questions anytime during the webinar using the Q&A box. We'll take time to answer at the end of the event. All questions are welcome, so don't hesitate. I think everything is set now, everything is working, so Natasha, I'm giving the word to you.
Okay, great. Thanks so much, Nelly. Hello, and a very good afternoon from here in London. A warm welcome to our audience tuning in from around the world. It's great to have you with us. My name is Natasha Trivedi, and I head up the student recruitment for the MBA programs at the SPJ London School of Management. And I'm very pleased to be talking to you today about our Global MBA program. Next slide, please. Great. So before I get onto the program itself, first, I just want to introduce you to the SPJ brand. Now, the SPJ London is part of the SPJ Global Group. And in terms of a quick history, the SPJ School of Global Management was founded back in 2004 with the very first campus in Dubai. And then you'll see over the next 10 years or so, the group subsequently went on to open the Singapore, Sydney, and Mumbai campuses respectively. So 4 campuses in 4 very global cities. And now with our new London campus in the mix, this multi-city model is really kind of what sets us apart and lies at the heart of what we offer. You'll also see here that the SPJ Global School has been featured in numerous publications and rankings over the years by the likes of Forbes, Bloomberg, the Wall Street Journal, The Economist, and The Times, and all specifically for its MBA programs. And also noteworthy is that the school has a massive network of global alumni living and working around the globe. And so back to the London story, the school opened its brand new campus just last year in 2023, and we have since welcomed our very first cohorts last autumn and this spring. Next slide. So why London? And it comes as no surprise to you, I'm sure, that London is a world-leading business and financial hub with fantastic opportunities, and London continues to attract students from all around the world for the reasons you'll see here. Next slide. Now, our London campus is located in Canary Wharf. And for those of you who aren't familiar, Canary Wharf is a key business district in London. Its landscape is made up of some of the tallest high-rise kind of commercial and residential buildings. It's a pretty awesome part of the city. And what does this mean for our students? Well, it means that you can access the leaders, entrepreneurs, and digital pioneers that are shaping the UK business and technology landscape. It also means that at your own doorstep, you can attend events, meet potential employers, network with industry leaders, and gain real-time insights whilst you're studying. So you're sort of at the center of where it's all happening. Next slide. So here at SPJ London, you will see that we deliver a full portfolio of degree programs from undergraduate degrees right up to executive MBA level. We are registered in the UK itself with the Office for Students, and our degrees are UK accredited. We are also one of the very few institutions that have been granted new degree awarding powers. And lastly on this slide, the photo that you see there of the high-riser, this is a picture of the Harbour Exchange building inside of which our campus is located. Next slide. And here are some more photos of the London campus. You can see the classrooms, the lecture theatres, also the sort of study and social spaces. And the space is pretty modern in terms of design. The teaching spaces are all very smart and tech-based, one of the perks of being brand new. Next slide. So this is the school's motto, and it really drives and defines all of our degree programs. With businesses operating so globally, so should business degrees. Next slide. So this leads us nicely onto the Global MBA program itself, and I will now sort of give you a quick overview of all the key information about the program. Next slide, please. So the GMBA, the Global MBA, it is a full-time on-campus program. It's delivered fully in person. It's 16 months long in duration, and it is designed for professionals with a minimum of 3 years of work experience coming into the program. Next slide. So this here illustrates the structure of the program. And as you can see, the first 2 terms are spent at our London campus. And then for the 3rd term, students can travel to our Dubai campus. You will also have the option of completing all your terms in London if you wish to do so. The program structure and the delivery remain the same. They are consistent across all locations. And you'll also see that sort of the first 12 months are dedicated exclusively to academic study. And this is followed by a 4-month mandatory internship, which you can do in your choice of location. And we have a corporate relations manager who will work with our MBA students to help them find and secure the right opportunity. And having this internship component can sort of act as a launch pad for your career goals. And in many cases, it can help to sort of transition seamlessly to full-time roles after. Next slide. So this is the Dubai campus at a glance, just to sort of give you an idea of what it looks like. And the SPJ Global School of Management is located in the Dubai International Academic City, which is one of the largest educational hubs in the world. SPJ Jain occupies a standalone building that you'll see here, spanning 60,000 square feet. It's spread over 3 floors. And yeah, you'll get a sense of what it looks like from these pictures. Next slide. So in terms of program content, I'll say that students start by working through a range of core modules, which are designed to give you an all-round sort of solid foundation in all aspects of business. So from managing and leading teams to corporate finance to operations, all of it. And after you complete your core modules, you will have the option to specialize, if you wish to, by completing additional elective modules. Now, there are currently 5 different subject areas that you can specialize in. You'll see them here, namely supply chain management, global finance, global marketing, and digital transformation and business analytics. Next slide. So this last component of the program I want to mention is this. So all of our postgraduate students at SPJ London and SPJ Global, they undertake a professional readiness program, also known as the PRP. So this utilizes AI and it's led by our colleagues at SPJ Global. The London-based senior careers consultant will support the face-to-face elements of the PRP, including things like CV writing and review, conducting mock interviews with students to kind of help you become interview ready. The PRP also covers, things like leadership and communication training, professional presentations, voice and body language, to really kind of make sure that you're ready to present yourselves and put your best foot forward. At SPJ London, postgraduate students will also receive face-to-face skills training throughout the program from a specialist consultancy. And these sort of skills workshops will focus on things like pitching, developing your LinkedIn profile, and presentations, amongst others. Next slide. So onto fees and scholarships. Now, for our inaugural cohorts, we do have an introductory fee. And for this coming October, you'll see that this is £20,000 for home UK students. And the fee for international students is £13,000 a term with 3 terms, so £39,000 in total. We do also have an attractive scholarship package for the October 2024 intake. Our scholarships are all merit-based, and they range here from 50% of tuition all the way up to 80%. So if you are indeed successful at securing a top-end scholarship of, say, 70, 80%, this is a significant amount in terms of the financial support lended. And what do we consider when awarding scholarships, you might ask? Well, I'd say the first thing is your profile, your CV, your experience that you have to date, your industry background, sector, nationality, where you are based, because, we really want to build diverse cohorts with students from all backgrounds, all nationalities, all industries, to make for a really interesting class dynamic. We will also consider your motivations and your goals for wanting to do an MBA, and we will assess this through the application form and a short video interview, which you will have with a member of faculty that teaches on the program. Next slide. So in terms of the application process itself for the Global MBA, now we operate a rolling admissions process. So there is no hard deadline as such. If you would like to be considered for a scholarship, then I would encourage you to apply sooner rather than later, since offers are made on a first come, first served basis. And there is nothing separate to do for the scholarship, as it were. We have one holistic process. And it's quite straightforward. The first thing you'd be asked to do is to submit a CV for review. This will confirm your eligibility, and after which you will be asked to submit an online application form. In terms of documents, you will be asked for a copy of your passport and your degree certificate or transcript. If you haven't already sat the GMAT or the GRE, we have an in-house test as well called the SPJ, which we can help facilitate. And then you will sort of lastly be invited to a short video interview with a member of faculty that teaches on the program. And after this interview, you can expect an outcome within 48 hours. Our turnaround times are quite efficient. Next slide. Great, so that brings us to the end of the presentation. So thank you for listening. And now on to the discussion component. I'm joined by two of our current Global MBA students, Alisha and Sakshi. I'll invite them to join us now.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi both. Thank you so much for being here.
Everyone.
Great. So I'll start by just sort of asking you both to introduce yourselves in turn. Tell us where you're from and also what you were doing prior to joining the Global MBA program. Alisha, if we start with you.
Yeah, my name is Alisher. I'm Hashim Janab, 27 years old from Uzbekistan. I was a businessman there, and currently I'm doing MBA in SPJ London school. And I have over 5 years of experience in business. And now I am looking forward to have a career in marketing, specifically social media marketing. And that's me, all.
Awesome. Thank you. Sakshi, how about you?
Hi, I'm a current student at the GMBA course with SPJ London, and I'm specializing in marketing management. I'm a commerce graduate with a specialization in marketing management, and I have had about 5 years of experience in business development and sales back in India. So I am from Assam in India. And now I'm looking to move towards the branding and strategy side of things of marketing. So that's why the MBA course. And looking forward to the placements in September.
Fantastic. Thank you. That's great. And maybe just to start with, to sort of warm up our conversation, would you both like to share a little bit about kind of how you decided on SPJ London as your school of choice for the MBA program? Alisha?
Yeah. When it comes to SPJ, I have done a research on the business schools. And firstly, I got interested in that 3-city programs, which I have seen and did a lot of research on Dubai campus. Even I went to Dubai campus physically. And there I met the admission team, and they advised me even on the newly campus, which is in London. And then I even more got interested and applied for that. And that's the way I chose SPJ.
Cool, that's great. Sakshi, how about you?
So this is an interesting one because I had already accepted my admission for the SPJ Global Campus back in 2023 April. And it was only in August 23 that we got to know that the SPJ London campus is also open for admission full time. So after speaking to a few alums and industry experts, I thought London would be a good place to pursue my MBA. And of course, it was really a hard decision to be part of the inaugural batch, but I think it's all coming together and it's just worth it now.
That's great. And so maybe Sakshi, if you want to just sort of build on that, tell us how your experience has been so far. You're a few months into the program at this stage. So what has it been like for you?
So being a part of the inaugural batch itself, that is going to be very challenging. We were very sure of that, but because it's always all eyes are on us because we're just a small cohort as of now. but the experience with the peers who are here, that's been great. And even the kind of attention that we're getting from the faculty and everyone on campus, in fact, to be the first batch, that's been really great. And I think feedback wise, response wise, it's uh, I mean, SPGen, the faculty, I have to say, like, they're really on their toes all the time. So that's good. And I think the curriculum as well, I'm thoroughly enjoying it, because being from a marketing background, the uh, the uh, the courses that we're doing, that's very relevant to the market right now. So I'm having a great time as of now. Yeah.
That's really nice to hear. Thanks, Sakshi. How about you, Alicia? What's it been like for you these last few months?
Yeah, that was great. Especially, I do agree what Sakshi said about everything, and even the curriculum is really. And what I the most like about the SPJ and the students, they are so competitive. The spirit of the learning is really high, and the things which I got also excited about, the faculty, they're really helpful, they're always supportive. No matter what time you knock on their doors, they're ready to answer, and then they spend like 20 or 30 minutes individually addressing your problem. And this is my experience so far, and that's really great.
That's really positive. Thanks, Alisha. So for those on the outside who don't know, could I ask kind of each of you to sort of describe what a typical day or week looks like in the life of a GMBA student? You are in quite an academically rigorous program. So just maybe, if you want to share a little bit about what your week looks like. Sakshi?
Yeah. So unlike other universities in UK, we have a pretty hectic academic schedule here for sure. Because I mean, we have classes about 5 days a week, and 2 hours of two classes each day. So and in between we have like obviously we have a 1 hour break as well. So we like to unwind during that time, playing some kind of table tennis here in the campus. So that's there. And academics wise, it's pretty hectic. We have assignments every week to complete before the module ends, and we have our industry projects which goes on for the entire term. And Monday to Friday, so basically we have classes and we have different kind of workshops happening, communications workshop, LinkedIn workshops, because we're already in our term 2. So we all are just looking at getting internships right now, which will be starting in October. So, and so post classes, because we're in UK, we have to figure out what we're going to have for dinner first, and then figure out do our class readings and all of that. And on weekends, obviously, we like to unwind, and we like to explore the city as well. I think all of us would agree on that. London's a great city to be in, and so yeah, like mostly it's academics, modules, and assignments that we're trying to get done with, and meanwhile just work on our CVs and attend these workshops, which get us ready for the internships in September. So yeah,
Perfect.
I think
No, that's really helpful. Alicia, anything to sort of add to that in terms of your routine day to day?
Routine, as we are in the same group with Sakshi, almost the same and everything. One thing difference is off-campus activities, as I don't live with Sakshi's friends.
Right.
And yeah, we do have off-campus activities a lot. And this is what she mentioned, that's London, that you have a lot to discover. And in 1 week, at least one place is discovered by our students, and including me. And that's it.
That's great. And it's all about balance. So it's nice to hear that you guys are finding time to do both. And Sakshi, so you mentioned there briefly the industry projects. Could you tell us a little bit more about that side of it?
So it is compulsory for all GMBA students to undertake the applied research project in term 2. So you can just pick a topic of your interest and develop on that. You have to do the literature review, and obviously you have a mentor which is assigned, and a program lead. So there are 2 people who we are reporting to with our research projects. And I mean, if you are dedicating the entire time to it. And if you come up with a good project, it can also be published. So as of now, we all are just working our heart and soul towards that project and trying to get it published. And yeah, so different people pick up different kind of methods to it. And since I'm in the marketing background, I am also conducting a survey and all of that. So that is a research project, and the industry project, which happens in term 3, is when we are actually working with one of the companies in UK-based companies and trying to provide them with real-time solutions for their real problems. So we're looking forward to that. As of now, I mean, even I'm unaware of that, but yeah, we'll only figure out once we are in that.
No, that's great. It's really nice to hear about the kind of applied side of things and not just the theoretical. So no, that's great, Sakshi. Alisha, what about you? Can you tell me, maybe out of the core modules that you've studied so far, what has been your favorite subject area?
The core modules that you have previously mentioned, these are all, and the one I like the most, it was before financial statement analysis. That the finance, everything about finance was my favorite because I'm really interested in investment portfolio management. But later on, the customer value management came that I really liked, even the professors, and that's my favorite one because I wanted to work like they have these teaching methods that is really attention grabbing of all of the students, and the customer value management courses were really engaging with quizzes and videos, and the materials were really helpful, and I got that one is really useful, and that's my favorite.
Awesome. Thanks, Alisha. Sakshi, how about you? Any favorite subjects that come to mind?
So, as Alisher mentioned, the customer value management course, actually, like that is something which I was completely interested in as well. Just to add on to what Alisher already mentioned, in the customer value management, we had like a specific module dedicated to like a digital simulation that we had, which was a digital markset platform. And we had to actually replicate like real life business scenarios and provide solutions for all of that. So it was a proper business real scenario where you are providing marketing solutions for the company. So I think that was something I thoroughly enjoyed because we had to actually manage our budgets, understand our marketing plan and everything. So that was a complete hands-on experience and a very interesting one. So not only theory, like we mentioned before, it was just not theory, it was a proper applied project that we undertook.
Great, thank you for sharing that. And next, let's think about the relocation piece. So you both shared earlier that you made this conscious decision to relocate to London for the duration of the program. What are your thoughts on living, studying here in the city of London? Do you like the campus space? Anything you can sort of share around that? Alisha, if we start with you.
Yeah. This is one of the great advantage of SP Jain. That's the location, which is London is the capital of the world for me, and then even Canary Wharf is the best center for even businessmen and anybody in finance and even the prospective students. And the campus is in Canary Wharf, and the transportation for Canary Wharf, as every Londoner and everybody knows, that's really easy to get here. And the supermarket and the restaurant, everything is nearby. For example, I'm Muslim, and if I want halal food and halal food, that's available everywhere, all across London. And for example, compared to other global cities, as people say, rent is too expensive, but it is not for me. It can be equal, but not that high. And what else? Like off-campus activity, as I mentioned, and the great sightseeings, and London is full of all of them. And London is a city, is a combination of historical buildings and the modern life. And my life in London so far has been really good, and I like everything, food and accommodation and everything.
No, that's really nice to hear. And it's definitely one of the perks, I suppose, of studying here. So coming to career goals, you both sort of mentioned this briefly when you were introducing yourselves. How, so far, do you feel like that the Global MBA program and the school is helping you towards some of the goals that you had set for yourselves coming into the program? Sakshi, what do you have to say here?
I would say most definitely yes, because I mean, initially we all were very skeptical about joining the first batch and everything. But I think academics wise and the kind of faculty that we see are coming to the campus every week. So we have a module system, which is basically one module in every 2 weeks. So we have different kind of faculty coming. Someone's from Greece, someone's from Cyprus. So it's from all over the world, and it's amazing to meet the faculty and exchange thoughts with them. And apart from that, like SP Jain has a huge alumni network. So, I mean, we've already had alumni meets in the campus, and we can already see things coming together for, I think, all of us, because there are alums from the marketing background, from banking, from all kinds of sectors. So each one of us have, someone to kind of reach out to in case we are stuck anywhere. So that's just a good thing. And also, like you'd already mentioned, Natasha, about the careers coach coming in. So we have a careers coach who kind of reviews our CV and understands our profile and suggests us, gives us a feedback based on that. So, and I think it's very important because UK is not, I mean, I'm coming from India. So in India, it was a very different process to apply for jobs and everything. And in UK, it's completely different. So to have a careers coach who is based out of UK and kind of reviews our CV based on what UK requirements are, that's completely helpful. So yeah, it's been great so far.
That's really nice. Thank you for sharing that, Sakshi. Alicia, how about yourself?
Yeah, about careers, how the SPJ has been really important to build up that. Before I was too general when it comes to career. I think it happens to anyone who was before joining. They say, I will work in finance, but SPJ is a school for me now. They have shaped and narrowed down the career goals, for example, from finance into investment management and something like that, which will eventually help any postgraduate student to fight for the job later on easily, because if you have narrowed down career opportunities, which you go deep down to that field, and then you're going to be a master on that. And my career goal is now finance. Actually, it's social media marketing. And this is also came up after I joined, like I don't know, after first semester, I came up with becoming a social media manager. Yeah, yeah, that's after marketing classes. And this is what the school helped me to choose my career and then the path to that. Even though, like, some, as I said, people may say marketing, but that's not just a career. That should be narrowed down into fields. What field you are actually mastering on it, and that's social media marketing I chose. And I say thanks to SPJ for that, for coming up with this.
Oh no, that's really nice to know that you can be open-minded coming into the program, and even if you have fixed goals, you know, there's a welcome to change over the course of the program as you learn new subjects. So thank you for sharing that, Alicia. Someone here in the chat is asking about the specializations, which I mentioned briefly during my presentation, and they're asking if you need to have a specific background in order to do a specialization. Now, from my understanding, there's no prerequisite knowledge required, because after you complete the core modules is when you kind of deep dive into one of these specializations. Do you guys have any insights on that, Sakshi?
So, I mean, you don't have to be from a specific background to pick up any specialization of your choice. Because, so as of now, what options we had was marketing management, finance, or business analytics. And people who don't want to pick a specific specialization, they could also choose a general management. So you can actually mix and match your choice of subjects. In case you want to be a generalist, you can go for a general management. And there's no prerequisites to that at all. Like, you can be from any background. You can be, we actually have a doctor in our batch who is now pursuing business analytics. So I think that completely answers the question.
Oh. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, a total pivot. Great. Alicia, what are your sort of thoughts on the specialization areas?
For me, that's my personal example. I did my mechanical engineering bachelor's and then moved to economics and master's, and now I'm doing social media marketing. Like, this is the career I want to have.
180, yeah.
Yeah. And I think any student can change anytime. It's never late too. But all we need to do is just to focus on the academic and the real life side of it. And I think everything is possible without any background, I think.
Okay, no, that's really encouraging. Thank you both. And lastly, I guess I'd love to ask each of you for any advice that you have for prospective global MBA applicants, people who are sort of doing their research and starting to think about a program like this. What advice would you give them, Sakshi?
So I think if you are thinking of applying, do figure out your career goals and how you can align your present to move maybe a step closer to the goal. Weigh your options and then make a decision accordingly. I mean, I think you just have to prioritize on what you want. Like, is it placements? Is it the curriculum that you're looking for? And then take a decision. But I mean, SPJ in London could be a no-brainer, especially because it's London and the faculty, the curriculum. I think it's just I mean, I was very confused myself because it was just the first batch and I had no alumni base whatsoever to reach out to. But I think for people who are now applying, you all have an alumni base to reach out to, especially like any one of us can be easily reached out on LinkedIn or whatever you'll prefer. But I mean, I don't think I have any kind of advice, but if you're looking at applying and you're confused about SPGen just being in the nascent stage, you shouldn't think too much because we have complete support from the faculty. We have the careers coach and everything that you require for a B school to provide you. So yeah, but I think just being proactive and being ready to do that extra work would really help in a college like this for sure. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Sakshi. That's great. Alistair, any advice that you have? Someone in the chat is also asking if there's anything particularly challenging or kind of, difficult in terms of the application process.
Yeah. And first, let's answer the advice. The advice I say most prospective ones are having, the ones who are applying, is a lacking of soft skills. While having a hard skill is not enough, just people should have a soft skill too. I've seen the people know a lot and they are really in detail but cannot perform. That's why even in the application process, be confident enough to show off what you got and what you are capable of. And that's really important, the confidence and face-to-face interview. If you crack, and even it's mentioned, you can get the scholarship. And in London, having a scholarship in business school is really massive success. And that's why pay attention more on the success, soft skills, and you get what we call the success and getting a place in London. And about the challenges, yeah, the whole study is challenge actually. Every day is a challenge. That's intense. Let's be honest. Like studying in SPJ in London is not easy. You must be active all the time, and you must study. And this is not a place where you come and go. It's assignments every week, and then we will have the classes. And I mean, the study challenge, which is sweet challenge, but there is a challenge, and nothing is easy actually. But we are still surviving, and we are studying, and that's what I call always a challenge.
Oh, awesome. No, that's really good advice, Alistair, and thank you both for being so open and honest about your experiences so far. We wish you all the best with the rest of your Global MBA program. And thank you to our audience for listening and sending in your questions. I hope this has been helpful to give you a snapshot of our Global MBA program. Feel free to get in touch with any questions, and we'd love to hear from you. Thank you all so much.